Hey, how's it going, all you lovely people that shut door shutter coming back to you with a brand new episode of Project Architect 2, and we are going to get into RFTools Dimensions today. I'm not 100% sure if I remember how to do this, so I did take a peek at the quest book here. We do need an inscriber and an empty dimension tab, which this looks like it has changed significantly from the last time I've used this. So let's just try and craft this up. I don't think this is the default recipe, unless it's been changed as of late. No idea. All right, let's grab this. So we need, let's just grab like 8 of these guys. And then we actually need several more of these. We'll just say that many. This block can store power additionally in a big multi-dimensional structure. Huh. Okay. Well, we want the empty dimension tab. And with that, we also want to grab the inscriber. So empty dimlets, inscriber, and we probably need to get our power area set up here. Let's just grab all of this stuff out here. So I probably just want to do 1, 2, 3, 4. And we are doing blocks of blazing crystals, by the way. If you don't know how to make blazing crystals, this is a power recipe. I just went ahead and did this off camera several times. So that way we're able to just get these. It's the next tier of power. Since we're not really focusing on power, I didn't really talk about it. But these are also blazing tier, which require the blazing capacitors. Okay, and then a sink. And then create wrench. And then we will run power as well. And I think we'll just like run power against this wall. I hope that'll work. And I've also got some advanced pipe upgrades just to pull out more power. Okay. I think that should be good. Alright, so inscriber. Okay, so this thing doesn't actually use power. So we'll just push it over to the left a little bit here. And basically, what we want to do is we want to go grab some of our dimlets that we have from the Drigme farm. And I don't think I've actually looked at what all is in here, but there is a lot. No blobs, cities, no oceans, icy, the beach, the end, mushroom, savannah, plains, mountains, snowy slopes, warped. So it looks like, yeah, we've got a whole bunch of biomes that we could definitely look at. We've got blocks, we've got oxidized cut copper, acacia bookshelves, brown terracotta, blackstone, deep slate apatite. We have digits, which just allow for you to make unique dimensions by adding more digits. Feature dimlet, liquid spheres, liquid cubes. I kind of want to send spheres and cubes. I might want to try that. And I think we actually do need... Oh, that'd be cool. You could do a crude oil one. But I think with these, you do need some kind of block. And we don't really have any great blocks. And the only other way to get these is if we went through the research portion, right? I guess we could touch on that. Let's quickly claim this. Got a Strider plushie. Yeah, but I think we could look at getting the... what is it called? RFTools Dimension. Because I saw it in here a minute ago. With the dimlet workbench, you can create dimlets. Knowledge holder. The knowledge holder can store knowledge items needed by the dimlet workbench. Okay, so let's just quickly grab these guys up. So we'll need 2 more of those guys. So we'll just do knowledge. Looks like I need some more dimensional shards. Let me go grab some real quick from, I think the Nether has them. And I'll be right back. By the way, this is the ore we're looking for, the dimensional shard ore. And I'm going to use the Fortune 3 pickaxe I have here. And we are just going to break this. And that should get us dimensional shards. So I'm just going to fly around and find more of that ore. And then hopefully we will get a decent amount. And so that way we don't have to craft up a whole bunch. Hey, quick interjection here. If you guys are enjoying the video, it'd be greatly appreciated if you could leave a like, comment, and or subscribe, as it does help out the channel. Feedback, advice, anything you guys want to shout at me down in the comments is greatly appreciated. I have learned several things from you guys throughout this pack so far, and I cannot wait to learn more. Alright, let's get back into it. Alright, so I crafted up the Dimlet Workbench and Knowledge Holder. Okay, so neither one of these machines needs power. Okay, so we will just place these guys here. So knowledge holder. We actually do have some knowledge out in the chest out here, which is these things right here. So we've got common lost, we've got rare lost, uncommon lost, and I think that's it. Do we have any in here? We do not. And so what I'm actually going to do is I am going to turn this all into the max amount that I can. So uncommon. We'll just snag these guys out and we'll throw those in there. Uncommon to rare. Take those 3. And this is legendary. And then there's no other tier. Okay. So that gets us just kind of a little bit of a slew of different pieces that we can toss in here. So if I toss all of this and then open this, how do I do this? Cheater owner? That's weird. So for example, if I wanted something like iron blocks, a block of iron, what would I need? So I actually do need to go into a dimension, and it looks like I would need a matter. Yeah, I would need the actual matter before I could do that. Okay. Okay, so we can't really touch this yet, which is kind of sad, because we actually do need blobs. Alright, that's fine by me. So let's just see if we can do this of spheres. And we'll name this World 1. Extract the demlets out of the realized. So it's got to be a lowercase. Store. And then for this, we then need the dimension builder. So that requires power. And then let's actually quickly also make sure that we are chunk loading this area, because that could be a problem. So this actually doesn't look like it's enough power. Which is an issue. Maintenance, 33 RF a tick. So I think it's like doing an internal buffer is why it's got no power. So I think we're golden to go inside of this. There is a RFTools. This right here, phased field generator. The RF charge module gives you temporary protection while visiting an unpowered dimension. We're going to snag this. We shouldn't really need this, but it should help us. Yeah, that should be good. So the next portion, oh, it actually didn't complete for some reason when I did the dimension builder. So let's just try that one more time. So we'll just make another dimension builder. There it goes. Because I want to complete all the quests that we possibly can. Okay. And then now we need a dialing device. We need... Let's get rid of this other stuff here. So dialing device, matter transmitter, and then matter receiver. Oh, and then a charged porter if we wanted to. We won't do the charged porter right now. So let's make up 3 more of these frames. Because I'm actually just going to do double of each. I don't think I need double of each right now, but we should be golden. Okay. So what I probably want to do is actually provide power to the ground here. So instead of doing what I'm doing, maybe I do like cable here and cable here. And I do the dialing device here, because this does need power. And we do transmitter here, receiver here. And I guess we could grab the porter. Might as well. Because that way we won't need the actual transmitter in the other dimension. Okay, so I quickly went ahead and I named both of these home. Because this should be correct. Let's do underscore tran and then underscore receive. And so with the charge porter, you can shift right click with the receiver, the matter receiver, to actually transmit back, which is perfect. And I do think there's like an upgraded version of this, yeah, that we can do like a list. But what I should be able to do, and I want to make sure I'm not standing on this, is we can say dial to world 1, and the transmitter will activate, and we step in. And this should be an RFTools Dimension. We actually have, like, some interesting terrain generation. So what we want to fly around for is this right here, actually. These little areas have chests that can get you dimlets and other stuff. But, yeah, we got, like, llamas spawning passively. We have some R's trees, some ores. We're looking for the blobs, and I don't know 100% how we go about finding them a lot of the times. But yeah, I'm seeing how much like ores are in here. So we've got like vanilla ore generation. We do have hostile mob spawns. Not really too worried about that. It looks like we got like a maze or something. Maybe not cubes per se. Thought I put in spheres. But yeah, see how much iron is like right here? And there's a whole bunch of like osmium and coal. Let's shift X real quick. Night vision wasn't turned on. Is this just like all vanilla stone? What it's kind of looking like to me. We've actually got crude oil spawn in here too. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Yeah, this looks like it's just all vanilla origin. Doesn't look like we've got anything else special in this dimension. Okay. Like, just, this would be overworld. I mean, it looks heavier because I think we've got, like, a lot of iron and coal generation and osmium and emeralds. But I haven't seen any other ores. Right? Like, this is all osmium. Handful of iron. Okay. Well, I don't see any blobs either. So let's actually quickly check our quest book. Oop, let me get out of here real quick then. And I don't know... It looks like we do have a day and night cycle in this dimension as well. Okay. So what are we needing for this? As you explore dimensions, you'll create with RFTools. Keep an eye out for blobs. These entities provide necessary items for crafting. So they just kind of spawn? Okay, and that doesn't actually allow for us to find that structure by widths. It looks like we have an obsidian tower. What structure is that? I know it's from the end, it looks like. What was this one? Nether fossil. Okay. Yeah, what in the world is this? Oh, we've actually got end structures. Oh, that is awesome. Okay, we've got in-city structures, which I did not expect in the slightest to be in this dimension. And this is, I don't know if these guys will actually spawn properly because of the dimension. But yeah, there's even end loot. That is awesome. Well, that's kind of an interesting first world spawn. Okay, I don't really think I need too much out of this chest. Ooh, actually, changed my mind. I need that. And we've got meadow biomes. Anything else in this? Another chest. Let's actually grab this out and just toss some stuff in here. We just got to make sure we don't toss away our phased field generator or anything like that. Anything else? And this looks like it goes probably down to bedrock. Yeah, because we're in the caves now. I think I saw one of these in the end, but I can't really remember off the top of my head now. Maybe not one that goes down this far. Nope, and there's actual Endermen spawning too. That guy died. That guy just spawned with a copper backpack. Alright, let's check out this end city. This does not have a ship on it. It does have shulker spawns. And it looks like that one's a little oddly generated. I'm not 100% sure about that one. Okay. I don't think there's any loot in that one, at least. No loot in this one. And yes, I am just, like, quickly clearing this out real quick. I'm not gonna go through and fully detail. Okay, let me take a peek around this dimension. I'm gonna try and find some of these blobs. I haven't seen a single one. Yeah, I'm not sure. Not sure at all. Is this an AE2 meteorite? This dimension is strange, ladies and gentlemen. Oop, I accidentally just mined through that. I wasn't meaning to do that. But yeah, this is just straight up an AE2 meteorite. Okay. Cool. I did not expect that. And I also see that we're in, like, a taiga now. We're, like, actually finding the spruce trees. This is a really interesting biome. Probably the first really interesting biome we'll get, and then the next will be kind of odd. But that's fine by me. Yeah, the data pack generation definitely has some issues with RFTools Dimension, because this entire ship, and this is the first one I've actually seen, is cut off. Like, you can just see where it just, like, shaved off the top. Actually, the same with that right there. So it looks like maybe there was, like, some issue. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know if it was with RFTools Dimensions or with the actual data pack here, but that is some interesting generation, and I thought I'd show you that. I didn't even see the in-city portion until I got closer. So that is really, really interesting. Interesting indeed. But we did find an elytra and a dragon head. So I think I'll keep this dimension, like, on reserve, man. Because if we can do in-cities, and I would assume that we could probably do this. Like, yeah, this just point directly to the in-city that we're behind, right? There we go. Okay. Cool. Oh, and these chests did not generate properly either. Oh, but that did. Interesting indeed, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Perfect. Interesting cutoff generation. Okay, we have teleported out of that dimension because I didn't really see too much else. Of course, there's tons and tons of structures that we could explore in structures, all of that fun stuff, and that dimension is going to be kept for quite a while because I definitely want to explore that. And actually, since we got this copper upgrade from this, let's actually just use this as our dimension storage for right now. That'll work. Okay. So I actually want to make another dim tablet because I don't think there was any blobs. Like, I flew around for quite a while and I did not. So let's get the empty dimension tablet or tab, and I will get this crafted up and we'll be back here in a minute to get it going. All right, so let's make this new dimension here. So I've got some tags that I want to throw in here. So I don't want spheres, that one. Let's see, hold on. Do I have cubes? That's what I want. So I'm thinking with feature dimlets, you can add various features to a dimension. Block dimlets are modifiers to change what blocks are used within terrain features. Place them in front of the terrain or feature dimlets. So we want to put this in first, this in, and then I want to do a structure dimlet of buried treasure, a sky dimlet for stars and planes. And we're going to say world _2, store, pull this out, throw it in here, let this build, and basically what I've just done, at least I'm hoping, is we will have just a ton of copper ore. I don't know why I did copper ore. It's actually because the only block I have, and I want to see this in, like, actual space, right? I want to see all of this. But, yeah, that'll definitely be interesting when this happens. Also, I pushed all of our dimlets down into a diamond backpack here, and the old world is sitting right there. And this, I don't think, is using power. Oh, it is using power. So it will just sooner or later deplete completely, which is fine by me. Okay. So I think we're ready to go. So let's back up a little bit. World 2, dial, and we'll jump in. Well, this is definitely not what I was expecting, and I don't see any actual... Oh, actually... Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, I don't really need copper that... Ooh. Oh, and bookshelves. Oh, okay. Okay. Hold on. All right, let's focus on this. Common blob. This is what we're looking for. Common dimensional essence. We actually have it now, and we should be able to get the goat. But look at all of these bookshelves. Holy cow, look how wild this one is. We've got floating buildings even. Let's see if we can get lucky on a dimlet here. Oh, okay. Biome controller default, underground, and ocean. That's not bad actually, not really. Oh, and we've got the outer ends as well generating here. Yeah, with the ominous miasma. Cool. What is that? Low lichen and diorite. So we've got some end structures again. That's an end crystal pill. Ooh, right here. Hold on. Gonna get distracted again, ladies and gentlemen. So that is a rare dimension essence. So I'm glad we're actually able to find these guys. So I'm actually gonna fly around this dimension for a little bit, going to these buildings. Yeah, look at these. Aren't these the end pillars, like from Young's Better Structures? Young's Better End Islands and stuff? Cool. Okay. Yeah, these blobs spawning is fantastic. So I do have a quick question. If we were to, like, mine this, like, all the way down using Shapeless, let's see how much we get. That's 2,000. 2,000. Oh, that is nuts. Oh, man, and look at all... Oh, wait. Can I... Oh, I can't. But I can use this as, like, an axe. So if we needed books... Or EMC a little bit, because, yeah, that is a lot of potential for EMC right there. Let's toss those guys away. Man, that is so crazy. I just wanted to check on the copper, because that is a thick cube of copper. Awesome. That's a wild one. Budding amethyst. Okay. We've even got mine shafts spawning into this as well. I just came across this individual one here. Man, that is, look at the, and you've even got like the lights even spawning, the lanterns. And trial chambers, apparently. Okay, cool. Goodbye. What is that? That's a ruined nether portal? Man, the spawn generation. Is there any chests or anything in this? I see that there's one of these guys, which I've been just kind of running after once I see them. Oh, we actually do have loot. What do we got? Cracked, golden apple. Nothing great. Okay. We do have TNT, and I see squids just falling off to their death. Oh, and there's another one. Yeah, this is really cool, but the trial chamber? I am, like, this structure, man, it's been a minute since I messed with RFTools Dimensions. I think that's why I'm so, like, excited to be looking at this again, because it fills my heart with so much joy to see this kind of craziness. And it's, like, not too unstable yet, because I think if we keep creating worlds, of course, it'll become more unstable as time goes on. But, like, right now, I think we're in, like, a decent position. But I definitely want to find the rarer blobs and stuff, because that is definitely going to get us further into this if we can get that kind of stuff. So, yeah, just some more silliness. So one of the things that I was noticing is I looked up the final tier, the Legendary Dimensional Essence, and this only spawns below light level 8. Spawns in any biome, but I cannot find one of these guys. I have been flying around under, above, all of this stuff to try and find one. And I was thinking maybe they would spawn down below a little bit further, but it doesn't even look like they're spawning there. So I'm kind of just going around trying to find one, but we may have to make another dimension and see if we can get lucky to get like a normal spawn dimension. Because this one, of course, is ups and downs and lefts and rights and floating hills and grid patterns and all of that. You can see that here. But yeah, we got snails spawning in. We've got Shibas. We've got a whole bunch of random stuff. So yeah, I'm not 100% sure. We actually got spiders now. Okay. But yeah, I'm still on the hunt. Maybe I'll find one, but it's not looking good. I have no idea what this structure is. Oh, it's a pillager tower. Oh, okay. I honestly couldn't tell because it looks a little different than the other one. But we actually do have another goat horn here. Beautiful. What else we got in here? Anything else? Let me just clear it out real quick. Got a diamond. Some stuff we already have. Nothing really that interesting. But yeah, I saw this on the way using the mini-map, and I was kind of curious. No hostages this time? Yeah, we don't really need the food. We'll take the gold and iron. Might as well. Okay. Another oddly placed structure. I'm just loving these structures right now. Look at this. This is a Draconic Evolution one. And it's like partially buried in the ground. Man, that is nuts. Like, look, this is the screenshot. This is the thumbnail. Look at how nuts this is. Like, you've got bookshelves, you've got all of this random stuff, and you just got the Draconic Evolution. Oh, that is nuts. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, I'm gonna check out this guy here, and then I think we'll head back home. We got planes. Okay. But yeah, this is definitely a keeper as well. I think this is just a really interesting one. We got different structures and all of those stuff. But I do want to take one more attempt to try and get something with the legendaries. Like, see if we can get a normal biome. We do have the ability to use these essences. Rare memory module, rare energy module. I don't know 100% how these things function. Infused ender pearl. It looks like we need an uncommon. So we need a common. We can do the uncommon. We can do the rare. And so I'm assuming I just toss this in here, but I need like a blank dimlet. Dimlet. Oh, okay, so there's empty dimlets. That's what we're looking for. So I could say I want to find... Probably just see if we can do like a block. Where's the block one? not what I meant to do. Or we could do tag. I don't know really the biggest difference between those. I mean, I know the difference, but I don't know if that would affect us too much at all. And then we would need the energy dimlet or energy piece, RFTools. Energy. So we need something like this. Okay, there's a rare one. And then we need something else. What else do we need? I'm not sure. So let's look at RFTools and maybe dimensions and just see, do we need the actual essence? Oh, so I can just create it right now. Okay. So can I do this? And then just do create? I can't do a random one, can I? I would have to have the final piece. Is what it looks like. Okay. Yeah, and we wouldn't be able to do that. Alright. We can do that in the future when we get closer to that. I accidentally just teleported through that. Whoops. Anyway, let's get on to the goat, because we can actually do that now. Let's get that one going. So all of this stuff for the goat plushie. Perfect. And of course, we'll learn this guy real quick. And that is fantastic. So we have everybody but the Wither and the Axolotl. Alright. I think I'm going to experiment more with the RFTools Dimension off camera to see if we can get anything else that may be interesting. It's going to take a little bit because each one of these is pretty expensive. I wouldn't say it's like super expensive. It just takes a little bit of time to get. But thank you guys so much for watching. Stay awesome, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye-bye!